Okay, anybody want to add to that? You can smell burning. Okay.
Fire.
You can smell fire rather than...
Well, that's something.
Yeah, that's, I smell pipe smoke, you smell cigar smoke, so we're all kind of picking up. And you, well, I just wish they'd light the fire, do you know, we'd be a lot warmer for us tonight.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is it been lit? That's what I can smell.
Yeah, okay. Just keep that thought in your head then and stay warm. Anybody else?
I've got like a real cold between here and the throat.
I feel cold.
Yeah.
The throat's just there then.
What, like a coldness you say?
Yeah, just only there then.
Right, what, kind of on the inside or the
Yeah,
outside?
inside.
So it's like something you've been swallowed or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
I feel like it could have been some rather family information.
It does make you feel quite, you stand up a bit straighter and
Yeah.
feel as though you're a bit more important than you actually are.
That's because you're from Liverpool.
That's it.
You'll check your pockets when you go out. Anybody else? No? Brilliant.
Going to do the whole one.
Yeah, we'll do the whole one.
It was, we talked about the Walwyn family, and the Walwyns became quite poor for a time, and it was Fulk Walwyn who married Margaret Pye. She brought with her a very large dowry, and Fulk and Margaret did the big extensions and built this part of the house, and developed the hall as well. I think they were a royalist family that lived here, and they were very friendly with John Curls that lives at Hom House. I don't know, you're not from this area, but just over a few fields there's another large house, Hom House, where John Curl lived, and he was sort of a very important member, part of Ross on Wye. And he did support the family in a way. He supported the Roundheads, but because this family were friends, he sort of made sure they were okay during the Civil War. And although the house was taken from them, it was John Curl that made sure that they got the house back at the end of everything, and they pretended to be supporters of the right member until the end of the war. And then they came back to the house. I don't know about any creepy gentlemen, and I don't know about another statue that anywhere in the house. I'm trying to think what else he mentioned.
I think that was it. Oh, we were saying about muskets and a musketeer clothing.
Unless that was to do with the night that Fulk Walwyn and his cousin Henry Lingan, who I mentioned before, there was Roundheads were in Ledbury, and they went off, and there was a bit of a fracas out in Ledbury. Henry Lingan got injured, his cousin. They came back to the house, and it's said that it's thought Henry Lingan died from his injuries, and they had to get rid of the body. I don't know if Fulk Walwyn then shut off, or whether muskets are from when the Roundheads arrived, because they came shortly after, and that's when the priest was killed. And it's said that there's talk that Henry Lingan's body was buried somewhere in the house, but nobody has ever been found. It's just one of those stories that has come through the history and the tales of the house.
Are we okay?
Okie dokie. Right, we were just talking when you come round before. This, I don't feel as though this should be here. And I'm sure have I said this before? I can't remember, it's been that longer, but I don't feel as though even the wood should be from this place. It's from like a sister house or something. We were talking about it and he said it just doesn't look right for the house. But obviously, I mean, we were discussing what the room would be used for, and it looks like a waiting area, you know, for visitors that come to the house and obviously go and see the lavish guy in there. As you're walking out, you can use, the buzzing of the energy and things. I feel as though there's a little boy that sits there, and he sort of like wants to have a little nose of who comes here, but he's not allowed down, so as soon as he gets spotted by whoever's governs this, it buggers off back up the stairs. I don't feel as though that this is from here, but more related to the stairs, as though somebody's been pushed down. Feels like a male. There's been pretty much lashed downstairs, not just pushed. Down you go, mate. I do feel quite anxious in here as well. I was alright before, but it started to change. I feel rather. So I want to just bug it off.
Okay, this room for me totally doesn't feel right at all. I mean, I walked around earlier on and the room just feels so bizarre. I feel the staircase isn't grand enough for the house, and it was almost like it was either moved or added to make more space or make the staircase smaller at some point. And I felt this room was also larger than it actually was, so I felt like it's kind of been squashed to kind of add like an area, almost like a waiting area or a hallway to the room. Not picking any particular people up in this room at all, just the fact that it just totally doesn't feel right to me. And that's it. Okay. Anybody else, how do you all feel about the architecture? Or don't speak up once the cat comes. Anybody feeling anything in this room at all?
It looks like a waiting room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Does it feel much different from in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
the
smaller.
guy got the throat thing before. Has it stopped now? Yeah. I didn't know. I was intrigued. What about anybody else? No. You all feel okay here? Does anybody feel squashed? You mean by being small? I feel as though I've been squashed.
Yeah.
It's because you're nailed down.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Okay, nobody feeling anything in this particular room? No one's feeling anxious or... No? Okay, great, let's move on.
Stone.
So I think them saying this was feels small. If you look in that room, the first window in that room matches that window. So I presume they sort of moved walls around a bit when they were doing it. And they did have the staircase put in. But it's often wondered whether this piece of carving here actually came from somewhere else. Because some people say it looks quite Swedish sort of style, so they say. And it doesn't obviously match the rest of the staircase. So I think the room has changed. And then at a very much later date, early Victorian times, there used to be a double door went through there. But of course you've got the wind sweeping through, and they decided to put a fireplace there. But the overmantel is a Jacobean bed's head. So that sort of makes it look older than the fireplace really is. But I don't think, was there anything else they mentioned?
Just about the windows on the stairs.
Yeah, as I say, there have been lots of families and lots of children in the house, so yeah, probably been quite a few.